words. I literally I was speechless after last night's call. But let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, family. We got some heavy hitters on the line tonight. Heavy. Everybody put heavy in the chat. We got some heavy. I don't know if y'all ready. I don't know, family. If you thought last night was heavy, if you thought last night was, look, we got some heavy hitters on the line tonight. So if I were you, I would be sending this link to every leader in my organization. I'm gonna be honest with you, every single chairwoman for sure. But I heard some guys snuck on the call last night, and they even got their edges snatched last night too. That we'll talk about that later. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But I would send this to every chairwoman that you have in your chat. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because the leaders that are on the line tonight, the leaders that are, when you're talking about dominating the business, when you're talking about dominating, these two women that you're gonna be hearing from tonight, I couldn't think of a better word. I honestly couldn't, right? Both of these women are literally women that I've studied from afar, right? Meaning that I've watched them and studied them from afar. And tonight, we all get the absolute pleasure of actually hearing from them, right? Actually listening to them, being able to study them live and in person, right? Being able to hear from them. And once again, like I told you yesterday, they do not, let me make this very clear, especially to my wealthy empire family, they do not get anything. They do not necessarily benefit from this call tonight, other than just wanting to pour into you, right? So what I want you to do, before they even say anything, say thank you in the chat. Before they even get to say anything, before you get any notes, before you even get to hear from either one of these women, I want you to say thank you in the chat. Keep the thank you should be flooding. The thank you should be flooding. Because you got to understand what you're really in, what space you're absolutely in. Chairwoman Amber said it last night. Really understand, have gratitude for what you have access to. What you're about to see, I just want you to be honest. And Chairman 10 might be normal to you. I'm going to be honest to you. It might be normal because you see so many Chairman 10s popping. So it might be normal to you. And if that was normal to you, just understand that tonight, this is not normal. Okay? Not normal. What these women have been able to achieve, not normal. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. All right? And the very first chairwoman 25, everybody put 25 in the chat. Just put if you think chairwoman 10 is okay, that's awesome, that's amazing. And you shouldn't feel like that at all, by the way. But even if you did, 25. And both of these women, I'm gonna talk about Harmony, right? Because she's gonna be the one speaking first. All right? 25, the number, the dollar amount doesn't even begin to exemplify the type of value that you're about. Like the dollar amount, and you're gonna see when you hear from both of them tonight, the dollar amount, it doesn't even equate. It's like Chairwoman 750. It's like the only number that could possibly equate. But Harmony, I want you guys to understand this. Harmony is 20 years old. 20. Like that alone, blew my mind. I remember when she first went chairwoman, 10, I believe she was 19. And it was wild then. And then she smacked 25, literally right after that. And it was wild. I was like, whoa. And it has nothing to do with okay, she's young. No, you got to understand, a chairwoman 25, you're leading thousands of people. You're leading thousands of people. You are literally showing thousands of people how to achieve financial freedom. You got to understand, like I said yesterday, there are people who win and then there are people who dominate. There are people who win and there are people that dominate. See, the average 20-year-old is probably 25K in debt. I'm gonna be honest with you, probably more. That's the average 20-year-old. The average 20-year-old is probably working somewhere, a place they're not passionate about. That's the average 20-year-old. So I need you to understand that the value that you're going to get tonight, as amazing as it is that they're on this call tonight, as beautiful that it is that they took time out, this is not normal, right? This is something that you cannot take for granted. This is something that you want to be locked in with. I'm talking about in your notebook locked in with, right? And literally, even though Harmony is younger than me, that's inspiring to me. That's somebody I want to listen to. That's somebody I want to study. That's somebody where I want to say, how in the world did you dominate in this business like that? How did you come in and be able to do something like that? Right? So if you're ready and you got your notebook, put a 777 in the chat. Put a 7, and it needs to be flipping. Everybody should have a notebook. Well, if you got your notebook and you're ready to hear from the very first Chairwoman 25 that's on this call tonight. And Harmony, from me to you, I just want to say thank you so much for being available. I'm ready to study. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to get whatever value it is. And I want to appreciate everybody else for showing up, right? But continue, actually drop some purple hearts. Harmony always uses purple hearts. Drop some purple hearts in the chat. Cause that's really how we gotta say thank you to Harmony, right? For literally taking time out of her Friday night. Understand, Chairwoman 25 it's a Friday night. She could be doing absolutely anything, right? Just got a great residual check today. She could be doing absolutely anything, but she's on the call tonight about to pour into you, about to give you value so that you could go to the next level, right? And it's bonus week, right? It's bonus week. So trust me, the check is nice, all right? And she could very well be doing absolutely anything else. So keep on dropping those purple hearts. Harmony, I thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. You can kick us off, sis, and I want to appreciate you, and let's get into it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I know y'all can't see my camera right now. I need everybody to drop some C25 for my girl, Taylor. I'm really so excited. I really was ready to do this call. I really prepared for this call. I just really appreciate you, Taylor, for even getting me on this call to talking to all these genuine, beautiful people, these genuine, really these women, because this call is for the women, in my opinion. All right, because like I said, we about to dominate. Y'all see the name of the call. So really drop some Chairwoman 25s for Taylor, because that's actually been done. All right, I'm really ready to see 50 for her. All right, because this is someone who really go above and beyond for her business. All right, really go above and beyond for Wealthy Empire. So I'm genuinely happy to be here. I'm genuinely happy to even talk, after someone I genuinely look up to and still look up to this day. I study her very clearly because this is someone's a hard worker, someone who do it no matter what, someone who literally is the definition of is by any means necessary, because she do whatever it takes to get to where she got to go for her business. She literally focuses on every single person in her business. I really appreciate, and even I'm actually, what's the word, flabbergasted to even talk after you, beautiful. Really, but I don't want to go too long because we got a queen coming right after me. We got someone who's a genuine beast. All right, so I'm really not gonna go too long. I just really need 15 minutes of your time, family. I just need 15 minutes of your time. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera on. And as soon as I do turn my camera on, I want you to drop a 1 if you can hear and see me clearly. All right, I'm gonna spotlight myself. Let me go ahead and spotlight myself. All right, drop a 1 if you can hear and see me clearly. Make sure my lighting is good. Back this up. Awesome. I hope this is not an ugly angle. I hope who was texting me? Hold on. I hope this is not an ugly angle. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not liking this angle, family. All right, so awesome. So today, I really want to speak on a few things. Okay, I want to speak on a few things. All right, so the first thing I want to speak on, right, is the title of this call. But before I get into that detail, I want you to know who you're hearing from. I want you to know who you're talking to. All right, my name is Harmony Gilliard. I'm going to start there. I am a Chairwoman 25, all right, in I Am Mastery Academy, all right, and I want to tell you my journey. I want to tell you my story and how I got to where I am, all right. Before I started this opportunity, I was working full times at Hooters, all right, and I also worked at public supermarkets. I was making $2.35 an hour at Hooters, $10 an hour at Publix, all right. So within Publix, right, I lost my job literally within a week after transferring to another location from fighting. I got in a fight with somebody, all right? I seen somebody I ain't like, and the old me wasn't, who I am today. All right, so things got a little drastic. I lost my job. All right. And then things just kept happening, piling on. I lost my first job. So I only had one job. All right. So I was working full times at Hooters. I was picking up shifts. I had bills. I had things to pay for. So basically my income was cut. And then the worst thing that could ever happen to me, I lost my scholarship to college. All right. I literally had the Hope Scholarship, kind of similar to a full ride, basically. And then it was handling everything. I don't come from a rich household. I never met my father. I come from a single mom. So it's like, it was, money was tight. We wasn't really having a lot of money. So when my scholarship was taken away from me, it was just like, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Like, I ain't got no money. I asked my mom. My mom's a minister. She's a pastor. She wasn't really making that much. She on average makes, I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. On average, she's making $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So $7,000, that's what I needed. Was really, not the type of money she was seeing. So when I said, Mom, I need $7,000 so I can go back to my university, she said, I'm gonna be real with you, baby. You need to find a way to get money. You need to find another job. You need to find another source of income. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm losing everything. I lost my job. I lost my scholarship. And really my focus was, how am I gonna get $7,000 to go back to my school? All right. So family, I decided to take a semester off, and I said, I need to work my butt off and get that money to go back to school. All right. It made me kind of get into the story a little faster. So I started working as hard as I could, but sadly, I could not make enough money to go back to school. It just logically wasn't happening. Making $2.35 an hour plus tips was not getting me to $7,000 in 4 months. All right, I'm being real. Some days I left with $100 in tips. Some days I left with $10, and I just could not see myself making the necessary money to get back on campus. So I had to find an extra stream of income, right? So it's like, one thing for sure, God will keep showing you an opportunity over and over and over again until you take it serious. I kept seeing Forex. I kept playing with the opportunity, but I did not join when I seen it. When I was first presented with the opportunity, drop a 1 in the chat. When you were first presented with this opportunity, you did not join. You were probably like, if I could drop a 1, I would. I was a 1, okay? So I heard about this once, twice. I had a friend doing it. I had a co-worker doing it. I'm just like, are you really making money for real? Talking about some at the time, it was what, 235? No, it was 225. Like, talking about 225, money tight, so I didn't join the opportunity right away. But this is how God works. He literally put my back against the wall. I had no other way. I said, you know what? Why not give this opportunity a try? Everybody asked about Forex. Oh, it's a scam. They're not making money for real. You're going to get scammed. I said, you know what? I'm going to get scammed. You know what? I'm going to try this. All right, because I'm a risk taker. I'm gonna take this chance. And if it doesn't work, at least I can say I tried. All right. All of my friends in my dorm, in my university, they were like, Harmony, you're gonna get scammed. I said, well, I'm gonna let you know if I get scammed. Because y'all don't know. Because y'all going based on other people's opinions. That's another thing why I'm glad I do what I do. Because I really want to show people that this actually works and it's real. All right, because a lot of people go by what other people say, but I'm gonna be real. Are other people put money in your pockets? Yes or no? Comment in the chat. Are other people paying your bills? Are other people feeding you? Are other people providing for you? No, they are not. So no, that literally showed me that no one's opinion is gonna take care of me. No one's opinion is gonna pay this $3,000 rent. No one's opinion is gonna pay my mother's rent. No one's opinion is gonna take care of anybody in my family or retire anybody, quite frankly. So I do not care about anyone's opinion. And that's literally when I made that decision. That's how I was thinking. Like, I really went in to prove people wrong. All right, I'm in a period of showing people you can do this, bro. So when I joined the opportunity, I said, no, I'm gonna show my friends this trading stuff actually works. Because I seen someone make $5,000. That's why I joined. I seen someone make $5,000. And I said, that's $2,000 away from my goal needed to go to school. Boom. So I joined the opportunity. Fast forward, within 6 months, I made my first 6 figures. Let me repeat that. In my first 6 months, I made my first 6 figures. All right. And let me go into that a little detail. I literally needed $7,000 to go back to school and ended up turning my income from $17,000 a year to $120,000 a year at the age of 19 years old. I came into this for chump change, for $7,000. When the time to go back to school came, I did not fill out my application to go back. I did not. I literally was logged in and I was like, should I select my classes? I asked God, should I select my classes? Next thing you know, I get a call and someone called me and said, hey, we got someone. She's a shooter. She just joined your business and she got 260,000 followers. And she's a platinum 5,000 in my business right now. I got that phone call and literally it was God's timing. All right. Her name is Jamera Santana, by the way. She was on the all-time leaderboard. All right. That's my chairwoman. All right. I got that call and I was just like, God, this is a sign. Yeah, no. I literally logged out of my computerized system and I was like, yeah, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I said, you know what? I'm gonna take another semester off. If I do not make 6 figures in the next 4 months, then I failed myself. That's literally what I closed that laptop and I made a promise to myself. If I'm going back to school, I'm going back to school rich. All right. So first 6 months, hit my first 6 figures, March 2020. All right. But this is how God worked. Not even 3 weeks later, I went from a chairwoman 10 to a chairwoman 25 at the age of 19 years old. And it was just like, wow, God, why me? Really, my thinking was, why me? And it's like a lot of people say, you're really humble, because the reason why I'm always been like, why me, is because I came from nothing. I had period times where money was coming and I lost it all. I've been in situations where I lost everything. So it's like, I never take anything the Lord gives me for granted. And right now I'm telling you on this call, never take anything the Lord gives you for granted. Be grateful for every single thing that you have, because single thing I have to this day, to before, I'm grateful for. When I was under my mother's roof, when I first joined this opportunity, I literally didn't have a home to my name. I stayed with my mother. And I cried when I couldn't go back to school because that was the last thing I wanted to do. I literally said, I'm never coming back to my mama's house again when I move out. And then I got boxes and I'm back in her house because I lost my scholarship. But I never questioned God because I'm thankful, because a lot of people would have been homeless. Their parents would have been like, you said you big wrong. You can't come back here. I had a roof over my head. I had food to eat. I had my mom was driving me back and forth to work before I even got my first car. Not to mention, I got 3 cars through this opportunity. 2 I crashed in the first 6 months. Crashed my first car in 2 days. I was a platinum 2000. I got me a brand new Mercedes Benz. I was happy. And that's how I tell you how God can humble you. I was happy, but I was prideful. I said, oh yeah, I don't need nobody. I got this brand new whip. Crash. 3-car collision. Car totaled. I didn't even get to pay my first month payment. Car totaled. I just paid the down payment 2 days ago. I literally had to get a whole new car 3 months later. I'm telling you, don't take anything the Lord gives you for granted. And I personally did. He will humble you so quickly. So be thankful for everything you have. Be thankful for even being a part of this opportunity, even having access to this $1 million opportunity. Be thankful to even have a phone to watch this Zoom call on, because there's some people that don't even have access to a phone to do this. God bless you with a device you can make money from. God bless you with mentors you can contact 24/7 and help you. And you're not taking advantage of that. So be blessed and thankful for the little things, and he'll give you more. I promise you he'll give you more. All right, let's really talk about it. I went a little too far with my journey. But I got something to say to the fellas. This call ain't for you. It is, but it ain't. This is for the ladies. All right, so I got a question for my ladies. I'm talking to my ladies right now. Do you want me to get to the nitty gritty, or y'all want me to be calm? Because I'm not your average chairwoman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not your average chairwoman. This call is not to make you happy. This call is not to give you gems and motivation and make you feel good. This call is to keep it real with you and get you to the next level. I'm about the nitty gritty, not the play. All right, y'all want the nitty? Let's get to it. Let's talk about it. What does it mean to be a dominant person, family? What does it mean to be a dominant person? All right, dominant, I looked up the definition before I even did this call. It means someone who takes control. All right, someone who has a form of leadership, a form of power. All right, that is a dominant person. All right, so I'm gonna be real. When I think of a dominant woman, I think of a woman who's a queen, who's a beast, who's a CEO, who's always on her stuff, who literally has no is never the answer. You feel her presence in a room, anywhere she goes, right? That is a dominant woman to me. All right, but a lot of females, I'm gonna keep it so real, don't dominate this industry like they can, because of 2 things: emotions and distractions. Let me repeat that. A lot of women on this call stop themselves from becoming millionaires because of distractions, emotions. Meanwhile, I'm telling you about the men on this call, right? Truth is, whole time, this is why men dominate in the industry, because they put all the BS to the side. You'll never see a man emotional and stressed because somebody left their business. Cool. They're going to keep building, keep going. Meanwhile, you crying. You crying because one of your P150s left. A man would have kept going. He would have popped the P6. All right. Your boyfriend broke up with you. You crying. You taking a break from the business. I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to take 2 days off. I can't do this. The boy would have kept going. The fellas would have kept going. I'm keeping it real with you. You lost your job. The fellas would have went all in with this. You filling out job applications, stressed out, and you got the opportunity right in front of you. You putting too much emotions in your business instead of work. You bossing down instead of bossing up. So let's really talk about it. I lost two uncles in the same month, and I kept going. My mama lost her job during the pandemic, and I kept going. I lost friends because of this business. All you do is do Forex. You never have time for us. Cool, kept going. I lost leaders. I lost a chairman in my business. Some of y'all would have failed. Some of y'all weren't solid for real. Y'all would have quit. I kept going. I popped another one. I lost my own mentor. The person who sent me there and rolled a link left me for some money, for another opportunity. I kept going. Someone drop in the chat, I'm built for this. Because let's really talk about it. I'm getting nitty now. Let's really talk about it. Let's see if y'all really built for this. Y'all dropping I'm built for this, but let's really see if you're willing to take any test that the Lord put on you, that you pass it. Because he's not going to give you something you can't handle. So let's really talk about it. I'm built for this. All right. God is going to put you through trials, tribulations, distractions to see if you can handle what's coming for you. That's why sometimes we go through the same thing over and over and over again, because he is trying to show you something. I literally, one time, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was on Zooms literally around last year, November, and I kept hearing the same thing over and over and over. This is a time where my business it was going through something, all right? And I kept hearing the same thing over and over and over again on Zoom calls. And I said, I literally got annoyed. I said, I'm not hopping on no more Zoom calls. Why I keep hearing this? And it was for a reason. God was trying to tell me something. I was going through a trial. He was giving me an answer, and I didn't want to hear it. I was failing my test. Don't fail the test. He was testing me to see if I was going to apply the information he kept telling me. I was like, nah. Do not fail the test. I kept watching people pass me up, and I kept wondering why I was not at the level of success I desired, because I kept failing the test. Family, God is not going to give you nothing you cannot handle. I wasn't ready to be a chairwoman 50. I wasn't. I am now, because I'm ready for whatever God throws at me. But back then, mentally, I wasn't ready. You got to be mentally, physically, emotionally ready for whatever God throws at you in your business, in your personal life. You have to be ready for whatever happens. All right? And I'm going to be real. Each season, here's a big thing. This really, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go too long. Each season, you need a plan. Each season, you need a plan. What are you going to get done by the end of summer 2021? Let's even start there. Be real. Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? Be real. Yes or no in the chat. Do not lie. Do you have a plan by the end of summer 2021? If you don't, it's okay. You just took that time to admit it, and now you can fix it right now, because it's May. It's May. It's okay. I'm glad some of y'all are keeping it real and saying no. All right? Because some of y'all are going to keep going day by day with no plan. No plan towards where you want to go. You want to retire your mother, but you don't even have a plan. You want to go chairman by IM3, but you don't have a plan. It's not making no sense. You want to quit your job in the next 6 months, but you don't have a plan. How you going to get there? Proverbs 16:9, verses 9. The mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Let me repeat that. The mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his step. Did you hear that? The mind of man plans his way. Do not expect the Lord to direct you if you do not have a plan. That's like putting an address in a GPS without any cell phone reception. Where are you going to go? Drop on the chat, you were ever driving and you got in an area with really bad connection and your GPS just was bugging. Like it's saying, turn around, you turn, get back, get off the exit. Your phone tripping because you don't have no reception. You lost. You can't go nowhere. Now you just driving in a straight line. Now you driving your business in a straight line. Now you driving your team in a straight line. Now you driving your family in a straight line because you have no sense of direction because you have no plan. God will take you anywhere you want to go. God is the GPS. You are the address. God is the GPS. You are the address. But if you don't have a plan, you have no address to get to where you got to go. So now you just in a bad reception area and you just going straight. Let me get off on this exit. Let me take a U-turn. This is what I call excuses. Let me, this is the last thing because I'm not going to be too long because I'm ready for my queen to talk, all right? But you ever driving and you lost and you take an exit. You get off an exit because you're trying to get some more connection. That's what I call excuses. That's what I call excuses. Someone dropped my Instagram in the chat at Adore Home. I'm sorry, family. But that's what I call excuses. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Withdraw yourself from excuses, family. Remove the word I can't out of your vocabulary. Literally, my team can vouch for this. We have hustle houses, right? And if I ever hear the word I can't, that's $5. If I ever hear the word I can't, that's $5 in the slacker pot. Replace I can't with I will, I can, and I must the rest of this month. All right? You can do anything with God, and nobody on this call can tell me different. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things, I'm sorry, family, through Christ who strengthens me. Let me repeat that. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Drop some hearts in the chat, family. Because I'm gonna let the Lord do what he came to do. I'm gonna let him use my girl Kadeen because I'm ready to hear from her. Because I really want you drop some hearts in the chat. If you didn't take any notes at all from anything I just said, I suggest you take your notebook, your pen out. That's why I'm giving you time to grab that because you're dropping hearts. All right. This is someone I studied. This is someone I literally studied. I seen this girl from a platinum 2000 to a chairwoman 25. I watched this girl work day in and day out on her story, day in and day out for her business, going crazy for her business. All right. And Chairwoman 50 is easily done. I'm seeing by IM3. I'm seeing rank flyer sirens in the chat for this girl because this is a beast you about to hear from. She's really hurt. I want you to drop some hurt in the chat because she really hurt. Because we ain't even got to say Chairwoman 50 because we already know that's done. I just want you to know she's really hurt. So Kadeen, my love, take over. I appreciate everything that you do. I'm forever a student. I got my whiteboard. I got my Sharpie. I'm ready to hear any and everything you have to bless me with. I love y'all, family. Take over, beautiful.
Wow. Family. Drop some crowns in the chat. Look, I'm only here to introduce Kadeen. That's it. That's the only reason why that's the only reason why you see my face. Matter of fact, just based on what you just heard from Harmony, do you understand? Are you shocked why she is C25? Why she about to smack Chairman 50? Put I understand if you understand why. If you understand why. I understand. So now you can see, and this is why I'm loving Miss Dominate so much, because sometimes when you only hear from your chairwoman, we only hear from certain people, sometimes you just be like, man, they just don't understand, man, they just not feeling it, they don't know what's going on in my life. But I understand, like now you can understand, because your chairwoman, your leaders, they're looking at people like Harmony, they listening to people like Harmony, they studying people like Harmony, like Kadeen, who y'all about to hear from right now. Like, Kadeen, I gotta tell you this before you talk, sis, is the first time I ever heard about Kadeen Kelly, and in Wealthy Empire, you know, there are so many leaders that we honor, but one of them that we absolutely always honor, no matter what, is Imran Ritchie. right? And me and Tez were at Imran Richie's house. And at this time, Kadeen Kelly, who y'all about to hear from, was literally a platinum 2000, I believe, when we were at Imran's house. And it was right after London. And that was the first time I ever heard about Kadeen Kelly. And I began to really study her. I began to watch her. And let's be honest, Imran Richie is a phenomenal leader. I mean, it just goes without saying. I'm going to be honest with you. The type of person he is, the type of leader he is. And as I began to study Kadeen, it was, even though he's such an amazing leader, Kadeen stands out on her own as an amazing chairwoman. But it didn't shock me at all the type of work ethic that she had. It didn't shock me at all the type of mindset that she had. It didn't shock me at all the way she carried herself. And to be quite honest, the type of woman, the type of leader that she exemplifies, I already said it today, the amount of money that they make doesn't even compare. It doesn't even do it justice, the type of women that you're hearing from tonight. Because after tonight, I pray that you continue watching, that you continue studying these type of women. These are the women that I look up to. These are the women that I'm studying. These are the women that I'm watching their every move, post notifications on, and I'm paying attention, right? Not only is she an amazing chairwoman, but you got to understand she puts people in position. Everybody put position in the chat. See, it's one thing to win, remember, but it's another thing to dominate. And when you dominate, you don't just put yourself in a better position. When you dominate, you put other people in position. See, that's a real boss to me. You can't even say you're a boss until you put somebody else in position. You can't even say you're a boss until you help somebody else do what it is that you've done. That you're not even a boss yet. So what you about to hear, Miss Kadeen Kelly, a queen, Kadeen the queen. Put some more crowns in the chat. You guys don't understand. These are chairwoman 50s. Chairwoman 50s. And what are they doing? They clicking the link. They on the Zoom. I told you, they don't benefit anything. Kadeen does not benefit anything for being on this call. But what is she doing? I'm gonna pour out some more. I'm gonna put some more people in position that don't even benefit me. That's real queen behavior. That's real queen behavior. If you agree, put I agree in the chat. That's real queen behavior. Me, I could be taking some time off. I could go, be pouring into my leaders right now. I could be calling somebody right now, but instead I'm gonna pour out to another organization to put some more people in position. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And I'm so excited. Don't play with this information. Don't play. Because I kid you not, whether you take this information seriously or not, you're gonna see the chairwoman 50 flyers drop. Put C50 in the chat. Whether you take the notes or not, whether you pay attention or not. If I'm around other people, don't even talk to me right now. Don't even laugh with me right now. Don't even discuss nothing with me right now. Be quiet. Be quiet, because whether or not I lock in, I'm gonna watch this woman go to the next level, and I gotta be going with her. Everybody put her in the chat. Just like how Harmony said, put her in the chat. This is really her. Are you gonna be going with her? Because she's gonna go to the next level. She's gonna smack C50. Will you be with her? Harmony's gonna be smacking C50. Are you gonna be with her? And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful, Kadeen. I was shocked. I was like, oh shoot, she getting on the call. Oh man, I was like, this big time. And so I'm ready to continue taking notes. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. I truly honor you as a chairwoman 25, a chairwoman 50. I'm ready to listen. We ready to take notes. Harmony just kicked it off something crazy. And now you're about to bring it home for us. So I thank you, my sister. I'm ready to listen. Let's get going.
What's up, everyone? How do we feel? Thank you so much, Taylor. Thank you so much, Harmony. These women, I would love to say, are top of the line, impeccable as it pertains to this business. Two individuals that have been studying since the beginning of time, honestly. And I know that you guys cannot see me just yet, but I know that you guys can hear my voice. And I want you guys to kind of go back into the chat box and just let me know, how are we feeling? And I understand that we feel blessed. I understand that we feel grateful, but can we use some bigger vocabulary words? Can we kind of get into our bag, ladies? I know we got some fellows on the call as well. Can we get into our bags? Phenomenal, dominant, impeccable, impactful, excited, wealthy, ecstatic, extraordinary, stupendous, different, exuberant, enlightened, enthusiastic, immortal, euphoric, supernatural, aware, like water, explosive, expectant. Oh my gosh. All right, let me turn the camera on. Can you guys see me? Let me know. Talk to me nice. Don't talk to me twice. Can you guys see me? Unstoppable, bullish, profitable, all right, y'all trying to supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. See? Don't play. Liberated, astonished. I love it. 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 I love the energy. One of the things that I love to say is, the energy that you put out is going to be the energy that you get back in. And that's why I love the words that you guys put down, the things that you guys are affirming. I feel amazing. Like I was saying, first things first, shout outs to Taylor for even having this call. Taylor, you are a queen. I don't even think you realize how much people within my business you inspire on a day-to-day basis. All the time, I will have ladies resharing your posts. I will have ladies saying, you know what? I love Taylor. She is someone that I look up to. And you have to understand that by no means do I ever feel intimidated by that. And that's something that we really do have to talk about, women, because a lot of the times we can feel like our throne can be overtaken by anyone. And you have to realize that I allow for other dominating women to take place within my business, to take place in other realms of this world and of this business, because I understand that they have a greater calling. I understand that Taylor's calling in this world is beyond the roof. What God has been able to do within this individual's life is just beyond me. So the fact that she even wrote me to hop on this call, I was honored. To be honest, I was honored. I was not expecting this. From a woman of such caliber. So I am super excited just to be here and to be sharing this platform with none other than Chairwoman 50 Loaning. Harmony is just, it's amazing to see, because I remember when I was in the business, I remember when Harmony went Chairwoman 10, and then I remember when Harmony went Chairwoman 25. And I want us all to realize that Harmony now may be 20 years old, but at the time she was only 19, 19 years old. Being a Chairwoman 25, you got to really think about it. 19 years old, touching $25,000 a month. That is unreal. That is not normal. And I refuse for us within this space to ever think that something like that is normal. That is not normal. That is not normal. And we know it. How much 19-year-olds do you know that's making over $25,000 a month? You got to think about it. How much women Taylor's age is making over $10,000? Come on, let's be real. All right. I know that we're in this business, we're in it, but we have to have a real moment with ourselves to realize that a lot of the things that you see these women doing have not been done in our regular society outside of this opportunity, outside of this business. And this is one of the very reasons why we have to take this opportunity and take this business to the next level. All right. So this call is called Miss Dominate. All right. And if you guys know me, you guys, a lot of you guys might not know me, and so I'll introduce myself. My name is Kadeen Kelly. I am a current Chairwoman 25 within this space. I have been a part of this business since July of 2019. I remember prior to this, I was actually going to school. I went to Delaware State University, where I studied finance. I actually changed my major maybe like 4 times, but I was studying finance. That's what I graduated with my finance degree, and I did 4 years. Came out finance degree, and I remember that I took actually one major class my last semester, and it was entrepreneurship. And I remember that in my entrepreneurship class, we had to do a project on what business we would like to open. Of course, it's entrepreneurship, and the business that I talked about was actually a school. my desire to open up schools and teach financial literacy to, minorities. And I remember graduating from school, all right, and I got a job that was paying me $42,000 a year. I was actually inside property adjuster at Allstate, dealing with homeowners insurance. And at the time, I thought that I made it, but I realized very quickly that the money that I needed to produce in order for me to open up a school, as well as the money that I needed to live the life that I really wanted to live, it did not lie in a $42,000 salary. I'm sorry, it didn't. And I also was in debt $50,000 from my school. So drop a one in the chat if you can honestly attest that, mental illness, both male and female, is something that you have experienced. If you know that mental illness is something that you have experienced personally, or someone that may be suffering from that, just drop your ones. All right. And I want to just show a brief acknowledgement to that, because it was actually in college when I first had my first depressive episode. But as well as after college, I found myself going through a very depressive state, high anxiety at the time. And it was because at that moment, I really realized that even with the success that my parents told me would be worthy of the life that I really wanted, it really couldn't afford me the life that I truly wanted to live. And at that particular point, I found myself kind of going through that depressive state. I'm in debt. All these residual bills was coming in. And that's when I found this opportunity. That's when my mentor actually introduced this opportunity to me. So that's a little bit of background on my story. That's why I joined this business. So one of the biggest things is I wanted to open up a school. All right. I wanted to be able to be debt free. I wanted to be able to be free. But what a lot of us may not know is one of the things that I want us all to realize is if you call on God, all right, if you call on God, the beautiful thing about him is he will always arrive. He will always show up. And I remember when my mother actually gave me the bill of how much in debt I was. She gave it to me right before I went into the shower, before I going into work. And when she gave me the bill, I said, okay, I said, okay. She gave me the bill. I took it with me in the bathroom. And I remember going in the shower and I broke down crying. I broke down like in the shower, hair in the water, on my knees. I'm literally just crying. And I remember chanting, like, I know that you did not make me for a life like this. I know that there is more. I know that I was meant for more. And I know that I was here to do more. To do more than what I was making, to do more than what I was doing as far as impacting individuals based upon homeowners insurance. Like, come on, let's be real. And I was like, I know that there's more, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. And all I could do was cry because now I'm in debt and I'm depressed. Family, it's crazy because just maybe a week or two after that, that's when I actually got a message from Mr. Emron Ritchie, who is a chairman 100, chairman 250 loading. God bless his soul. That's when I actually got the message from Mr. Emron Ritchie. And it was a paragraph telling me why I needed to join the business. It was a whole, it was a thesis statement on why I needed to join the business. It outlined exactly what I was passionate about at the time. And even now, I was very passionate about, Black issues going on in the Black community. And it really outlined how this opportunity, one of the biggest things I want us all to realize as it pertains to domination is how this opportunity is the stepping stone to the things in life that you truly want to do. And now it's vice versa for a lot of people. People believe that this opportunity is the substitution for the things that you are passionate about. All right. And you got to realize that this is just the catalyst. This is just the stepping stone. This is just going to give you the capital and the influence and the leadership and the know-how in order for you to be able to take now the skills that you have been able to obtain in this space and transfer it on into another space. And it was all outlined for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going chairwoman, right? So you got to realize, okay, I joined the business. I knew from the very first day that I wanted to go chairwoman. And I'm going to kind of talk about domination for you guys, all right? Because a lot of us, we have to realize that we only have 24 hours in our day, all right? And we oftentimes tend to expect the same result from individuals that may be putting in just a little bit more time in their day-to-days as it pertains to the business. All right. We talk about part-timers, full-timers, all the timers. All right. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that, but part-timers are individuals that, they might put in, 4 or 5 hours into the business, right? It's like a part-time job. You have full-timers, they're gonna put in a good 8-hour shift. All right, into the business. I'm talking about into trainings. I'm talking about into making sure that people are good, making sure that people are making money, making sure that you're making money. All right. You have your 8-hour shifters, right? Full timers. They're telling you like, I want to take it to the next level. I want to impact lives. They're full timers, and then you have all the timers. All right. And I want you guys to realize that within this business, First things first, I was a part-timer, right? I was someone where I used to get off of work, but honestly, I honestly feel like I was a full-timer going right into all the timer. Why? Because I used to work 9 to 5, literally 9 to 5 at Allstate, and at work, I would find myself falling asleep, being tired, not having no energy, and it was like as if when I got off of work, I had this new burst of energy. I had this sense of euphoria within myself because I finally felt as though that I was working towards something that was actually going to change my life. And although it was very hard for me to put in a full 8 hours, I can honestly say that while I was at work as well as while I was out of work, I was putting in as much time as possible in order for me to see a result from this business. As it pertains to trading, as it pertains to building this business, all I wanted to see was a result on a consistent basis. All right. And let's kind of really talk about it because me, like I have this really gritty side, but then I have this really cool side. And I need you guys to kind of tell me right now, like, do you guys want the cool side or do you guys want the gritty? All right. I think it's a lot of ladies on this call. And I need you guys to tell me what you really want. I could be very transparent, and then I can be, really cool. I can make you feel like home, but then I can really tell you what it is. All right. So let me listen. I love the title of this call, Taylor, because you are a genius. But let's really talk about it. We're talking about domination. Domination. We're talking about domination, ladies. All right, and fellas. We're talking about you being able to be a part of something. You're able to see a compensation plan, or you're able to see the tools that I Am Mastery Academy provides for you, and you being able to transfer your skills, whatever skills you had prior to this business, put it into whatever system you are a part of and make it work for you. You have to realize now you have 24 hours in a day, and I'm actually going to show you guys this. All right. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this. But if you haven't, please screenshot it because this is something that you need to duplicate. All right. This right here, this time says 12 a.m. This time says 11 p.m. So this is a 24-hour clock. And I need you guys to realize right now, within your 24 hours, if you was given a piece of paper just like this, how exactly do you fill it up? How exactly do you fill it up? All right. Because a lot of us is going to go to individuals like a Harmony. All right, we're going to go to individuals like a Taylor, and we're going to say, Kadeen, Taylor, Harmony, I need to know exactly what I need to do in order to put food on the table, in order for me to take care of mom and dad, in order for me to be able to take care of my kids, in order for me to, and you have to realize, if you want me to be honest, this should not have no white spaces. It shouldn't. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. When I say, even now within the business, it is very hard for me to find a window of opportunity for me to chill. I need you guys to realize right now, this opportunity, this is once in every 3 lifetimes. You will never be exposed to something like this. And maybe I have to take it back to the edification. Do we not realize that this is a $7.7 trillion market? All right. Do we not realize that this is a highly liquid market? All right, the liquidity within this market allows for you to see your profits, the money that you make in the span of 20, 30, 40 minutes. Do you realize that there is no other investment that produces such high liquidity like this? And then let's take it to what's going on in the real world. If we was just to take a step back from the business for 1 second, we actually looked at the news and we actually looked at what's going on. Me, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. But for individuals that do, really look at the world right now. Really look at what's going on at this given moment. And I want you guys to realize that you are a part of the solution. You are a part of the change. You are a part of something that at the end of the day, whether you believe in it or not, it is going to be the gateway to some of the youngest millionaires that this generation has ever seen. And if you really want me to take it there, for the people that are really in it, it's going to take them to $1 billion. All right, and it's not about money. It's not about money, because if we take the money out of it, let's really talk about the impact. Let's talk about the fact that we really wasn't educated about these things in school. We all dropped the one for mental health, but you got to realize how much of us was actually taught how to conquer mental health in school. I had a conversation with someone. It was a very real conversation. And I was talking about the schools that I want to open. And I told her, she said, oh, you want to open up a school for high school? I said, no, I want to open up a school from kindergarten all the way to high school, all the way to 12th grade. She said, oh, okay. I said, transparently speaking, I'm going to be very transparent because this isn't really like a regular call. So I feel like I could, you guys wanted the grade. All right. You have to realize, for me, I experienced having friends from as young as in middle school, 6th and 7th grade, coming to school with cuts on their hands. Coming to school with marks of them trying to take their life at as young as middle school. Some of us, we think that is a normality. That is not a normality that a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old is thinking of ending their life before life even began. But then we go through a school system that teaches us about rocks. We get taught, all right, with my friends coming to school, they have to wear beads, right? They have to wear bead bracelets so they can hide it from their parents and they can hide it from me. They have to wear bead bracelets all the way up to their freaking elbows because they're trying to hide bruises. They're trying to hide pain. And we're learning, when we go to class, we are learning about indigenous rocks. Although very fancy, very nice, you got to be real. A rock is not going to change. A rock is not going to change, all right, the life that people are living. But you got to realize that this is the reality for so many people. I'm able to think as young as, all right, elementary school, and how bullying kind of changed the woman that I was. And you got to realize, okay, some of us may say, okay, you want to open up a school? Oh my God, Mary, that's so nice. Oh my God, Kadeen, that is so sweet. It's not about being sweet, family. It is about realizing the world that we're living in and realizing that somebody else is going to dominate if you do not dominate. It is realizing that you are going to submit to whatever history timeline, right, that is put into textbooks, that is put into your curriculum, whether you believe it or not. You have to realize right now, right in this current moment, that whatever you was educated on in the past, think about it. If so much people, if 8 hours of your day, 8 hours of your day is put towards you going to school, all right? No matter how toxic your environment is, you could be from the projects, you could be from an abusive household, whatever the case may be. 8 hours of your day, from the time that you are 5, 6 years old to the time that you are about 18, is spent at school. But guess what? Instead of you being taught mental health, instead of you being taught finances, instead of you being taught budgeting, instead of you being taught real estate, instead of you being taught investments, instead of you being taught meditation, instead of you being taught anger management, you get taught about rocks. And you got to realize right now that you live in a world where you either dominate or you will be dominated. You live in a world, you go to a school system, or your kids will go to a school system where either you dominate or they will be dominated. There's no reason why you go to school from 5 to 6 years old and you graduate when you were 18 years old, and there are thousands of individuals, millions of individuals that leave school and they feel completely lost. And I want us all to realize right now, I could have, really tied this into the business, but I wanted to tie this into real world real quick, because I am one of the biggest people where I get so caught up in the business that I don't even try to look up and look at what's going on in the world, because I feel like it's going to take me out of whack. This is the point where you see my walls. My walls is surrounded by what I need to focus on. Because at this particular point, I understand that I cannot help nobody until I help myself. And I also realize that success, what's the use of me being successful if I have no successors that are breeding behind me? All right. It's very similar to what Taylor said. All right. You are only going to be measured on the scale of success by how much successful people do you have around you. If you are the only successful person in your circle, in your group, and you have not done enough. And I understand now that within this platform, this is way bigger than just dominating and trying to be the best woman, trying to be the best man, trying to be the best in the industry. You got to realize right now, we have to dominate the world. All right, because the world is not really created for us to dominate. But guess what? God, and I'm sorry, I do not wish to offend anybody. I understand that all of us, we believe in different things. I will be saying the word God. I will be referring to God because that is, my belief. But I do not wish for anybody to conform to what I believe in. But I want you guys to understand now that with God, he created all humans to dominate the world. So we dominate all animals, we dominate everything. But now it is about your willpower. It is about your mind. It is about when you're given something like this, are you really going to act like this is something that you was given anywhere else? Are you going to really act like when you went for that job interview and you asked them how much they were going to pay you, they even told you that you can even touch $1 million? Are you going to act like that? Because that's what a lot of us do. And then we just got to realize then when we're a part of the business, some of us, we do not have the level of focus to realize, okay, but now, not only was I introduced to greatness, but I am now a part of greatness. The moment that you pay $224, $324, $199 to be a part of this opportunity, you have literally submitted to greatness. And successful people put themselves in front of the trend before it becomes obvious to the masses. We know that. Now you have to realize that within this space, you have put yourself in front of the trend. I don't know if anyone on this call even thinks, I don't know if anyone on this call even thinks that this is the middle or the end. I have only been in this business, I haven't even been in this business for 2 years. And I absolutely, with everything in my heart, understand that this opportunity is still in the beginning. It is still in the baby stage. When newer schools are produced, actually teaching individuals the things that they need to know, guess what? This will be in the textbook. I don't care who on this call believes it or not. If you don't believe it, then we're not vibrating on the same frequency. I need you guys to understand right now that you are a part of history, whether you like it or not. And you got to realize now that you have to start to dominate within this space, starting off with your 24 hours. When you wake up in the morning, what are you saying? One of the biggest things that I've learned and I've been applying, if you guys want to know a little gem, is savers. All right, savers, the acronym. All right, see, you like you. All right, savers. S stands for silence, meditation, prayer, solitude. What are you doing now? And this is specifically designed for your mornings and late at night. All right. Savers is specifically designed for your mornings and very late at night. But savers, you have solitude, right? Where now you have to participate in meditation. All right. Meditation and prayer. Prayer is how you talk to God. Meditation is how God talks to you. You have to have that line now, that line of communication where you're saying, you know what? I need that solitude. I need time to myself. A, affirmations. I want you guys to repeat after me. I'm going to say some affirmations for you guys. I am always at the right place at the right time. Oh, hold on. I am always at the right place at the right time. I am ready for my abundant life, and I allow it to flow to me now. I resonate with abundance, wealth, and prosperity. I have impacted over 1 million lives. I have a prosperous mindset. No one can come between me and my hustle. I am allowing space for all that I desire. I am worthy of success, happiness, and love. It is my birthright to be wealthy. I am a chairwoman, 1 million. You guys got to realize, family, affirmations, just affirming the things in life that you truly want are some of the things that you just have to say in the morning. It doesn't matter how crazy you sound. Some of us would not sit in a quiet space in our own solitude and just affirm. And you got to realize that your words, the words that you speak are so powerful. You have to affirm the things in life that you want. Now you have V, visualization, being able to visualize, being able to see the things in life that you truly want. You got E, which is exercise, making sure that you are doing something that is parallel to the business, but a little bit harder than the launch within itself. Doing something that kind of pushes you to your limits, especially when you feel like you want to quit, especially when you feel like you want to slow down. Doing something now that is going to allow for you to have extended energy, all right? We're now, all right, if I just defeated this badass exercise, I know for a fact that I can do the things in this business that I need to do in order for me to get myself and the people behind me through the door. R, read. Family, my Bible. I have my Bible, I have my crystal. And I like to meditate with my crystals sometimes. But also, give me one moment. Family, I read. I read. Read your books. Read your books. Read. Reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. Read. Read. There's no way that you want to be able to heal yourself and heal others and you don't even want to pick up any type of book, any type of literature. And then the last thing is scribe. Scribe. Write it down. Write down your affirmations. Write down what you want to be. Write down the things that you're grateful for. I am grateful for life. I am grateful for my mother and my father. I am grateful for this opportunity. I am grateful for moving body parts. I am grateful for excellent health. I am grateful for the people in my business, aka my family. I am grateful for my siblings. I am grateful for my ability to live out my purpose. I am grateful for peace. I am grateful for Chairwoman 50. You have to write down the things. You have to scribe, because now what scribing does, I also have a journal where, sometimes I'll write things down. But you have to realize now, when you scribe, you are unlocking a level of awareness. And if you want me to be technical, you are actually unlocking a level of self-awareness. All right? Where not only are you just aware of other things, but you are aware of yourself. You are able now to hold yourself accountable. You are able now to make sure that you're not slipping below the waistline. And a lot of us, we don't scribe, and that's why we can't really face some of the things that we need to work on. And it's this person and that person and this person. You got to realize your success is not predicated on anyone in your business. Doesn't matter. Not a single soul in your business has complete control over your success. Your success is 1,000% yours. It is predicated upon your will, your desire, your work ethic. Doesn't matter. So now you got to realize, within the first 20 minutes of your day, how are you starting your day? Are you allowing people to talk to you? I'm going to be quite frank. My first 20 minutes, I don't like no one to talk to me. Do not talk to me. And it's not a matter of I don't like people. It's just a matter of the first 20 minutes of my day can really dictate where my day goes. I'm very anal on making sure that my first 20 minutes, it is, as soon as I wake up, I go into prayer. I would like to go into meditation, or into exercising, or into reading, or into scribing, or into whatever I need to do, rather than talking to anyone. All right. And then that's when I then say, you know what? Okay, cool. I'm ready. I'm in the flow. I'm in a good mood. Listen, any day, you can ask me any day at any time, how do I feel? Kadeen Kelly is going to tell you I feel amazing at any time, at any day. You're never going to catch me on a day where I'm like, I don't feel good, or I feel okay. What is it okay? What? I don't think anyone has ever called me and I just said, nah, I'm not feeling good. Nah, I'm feeling okay. What is okay? What is okay? What is okay? You need to feel amazing every single day. It's to the point where I could be going through tragedy. Somebody calls me, how do you feel? I feel good. I feel good. I feel great. I feel amazing. All right? And you got to understand, it's not about suppression. I don't suppress my feelings. I'm actually one of the people that I feel, and I encourage people to feel how they feel. But at the same time, I don't suppress, but at the same time, I don't sit there and worry and be sad. What is that? You only got 24 hours. You was blessed with a new day. And if you scribed, if you wrote down the 10 things that you were grateful for, then maybe you would be able to answer the phone every single time someone called you and you say you feeling amazing too. You got to set yourself up. You got to realize that you only can focus on the things that you can control. We all heard that. But a lot of us still on a day-to-day basis, we are too worried about the things that we cannot control. You cannot control people. You cannot control the decision that people make. You cannot control people doing what they want to do. You cannot control it. Stop trying to control it. That's why you feel like you are out of control in your world. Control the things that you can do. You waking up early. You making sure you maximize your day with productivity. You making sure that you're grateful. You making sure that you show up. You making sure you making You got to realize the things that you can control are the only things that you need to worry about. The things that you can control. You cannot control someone having an attitude, someone having a bad day, someone not getting on the training, someone not showing up, someone not answering the phone, someone dropping off the business, someone not joining the business. I hear it all day long. I'll be with leaders. They'll be like, oh my God. And they just spend their whole day. And I'm just listening like, I can't allow that to stop me from being who I am within this space. I can't even act like that's going to stop me from getting to where I have to go. That would be an act. It would be an act for me to really think that someone's slowing down, someone's stopping, someone not showing up for their family, for their legacy, no matter how much I love them. It would be a lie if I really thought that you slowing down was going to slow me down. It's not. It's not. That's the domination mindset. It's not. It's just not. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's sad. You know, it's something that can hurt a little bit, but it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop what's going to go on. At the end of the day, it's never going to stop it. Your success is not predicated on a single person. Your success is predicated on how bad you want it. You can have anything in this life that you want. The only prerequisite to getting it is just how bad do you want it. A lot of us, we just got to be real with ourselves. If we've been sitting at a rank, if we've been, not really making the money that we want to make, it is because we're not really showing that we want it bad enough. And every time when all we have to do is take accountability and make the proper adjustments, rather than you taking the accountability and making the proper adjustments, you just make excuses. You put it onto the things that you can't control, rather than focusing on the things that you can. You say that, oh, I don't have enough time in my day. Well, guess what? Me and you have the same time. Harmony and you have the same time. Taylor and you have the same time. You may say, you know what? I want a day in Taylor's shoes. Baby, Taylor got 24 hours just like you. Harmony got 24 hours just like you. She got I Am Mastery Academy just like you. You wanted something better? So does David and Monique. So does Bryce Thompson. I don't know. You got to think. These individuals, you got to realize like the difference in how much they make in a day as compared to us, or the difference between impact is the amount of value that they are able to provide. But how can you provide value if you're not even doing savers? You're not even doing the necessary things to pour into yourself. I have all these books because I realize my calling, I realize my purpose into this world, and that is to pour into others. And I refuse to be the person that pours into others from an empty cup. I'm just not doing that. And I'm not going to blame nobody for my cup being empty. I'm only going to blame myself, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I've been through. It doesn't matter what I've been exposed to. I have great opportunities. I have a chance, unlike the people that came before me. The people that came before you, they ain't have nothing like this. If you really want me to take it there, a lot of us that are African American, a lot of us that say that we're Black, let's really talk about it. Minorities, let's really talk about it right now. Did your people have what you have right now? Sometimes like if I'm driving in the dark and I am, driving maybe from the south up, like I went to school in Delaware. So if I'm ever driving like late at night from Delaware to New York, and sometimes I'm going over those overpasses and it's like bodies of water, and the moon is like the only light hitting the water. It kind of looks like bluish, and I'm driving past it. Sometimes what I'm thinking about ancestors that had to travel through the water on their way up north. I'm driving a vehicle to get north to go home for school, but I have ancestors that I know good and well. Some of these rivers, some of these waters, they had to swim. And you got to realize that a lot of them didn't know how to swim. So imagine you're going up north, and now a body of water is right in front of you, and you have to now make a decision. What you gonna do? And you know what a lot of them did? They went in that water. And you want to know a lot of untold stories? A lot of untold stories is a lot of them probably didn't even make it. But guess what? They died trying. You won't even die trying in an opportunity that doesn't involve you going through water. And we also say that mentors walked on rocks so you can walk on water. So now Your ancestors had to walk through waters and you have to walk on waters and you're still complaining. It's amazing to me because you have a phone, you have a laptop, you have an opportunity, you have mentors, you have a platform, you have everything, and you still don't do the work. You got to realize, like, some of the women that you have heard, I know you guys have heard from Tia Bolden. You guys have heard from Amber. You guys have heard from Sai. You guys have heard from Harmony. You guys have heard from Taylor, the amazing host of this entire ordeal. Honestly, Taylor, this is legendary, to say the least. Chairwoman 25, Chairwoman 50, Chairwoman 100, Chairman 250, Chairwoman 500, Chairman 750, Chairwoman 1 million. Your body, because of just how much value you are exposing your people to. But I just want us all to realize, like, I could come on here and I could give you guys gems to make you feel as though you have a shortcut to success, but there's no real shortcut. You got to do the work. And being a lady, like, I can do the lady thing on, women and this is, but I got to be real. Like, if you see a man hustling, you need to hustle harder. It is what it is. This isn't one of those, this isn't that. Like, this isn't one of those things where it's like, okay, this is a man's world and this is male domination. Nah, cut it out. It's not. There is no glass ceiling. There is no, oh, men get it. No, it's not. It is not. That's not what's going on. All right. This is a space where you can get the same blueprint as somebody else, male or female, and guess what? You got to get it done. You have to channel. You have to realize that anyone that is on this call, you was chosen for the spot. Ready or not, aware or not, here or not, dominating or not, you was chosen. You was chosen, and within any system that you have been brought in on, understand that success has been created within that system. So with that being said, now, if success has been created, all you need to do is listen to what successful people have done and do the work every day. Don't do the work for 2 days and say it doesn't work. Not for 5 days and say it doesn't work. Not for 2 weeks and say that it doesn't work. You need to do the work every single day. Get great at the smaller things. I have it on my wall right here. Consistency is what turns average to excellence. It is about doing the same things consistently on a day in, day out basis if you want to become someone that is excellent or dominating within this space. Family, I love you guys so much. And I hope that, you guys was able to hear anything that I said. I love you guys to the T. I love you guys to death. Taylor, you are amazing. You are a queen. You are the GOAT. You are the one, not the two. And honestly, I am inspired by you. I am following your lead, queen. And I am just happy to be here. I'm excited to be sharing this space with none other than the Harmony. Somebody that I have been studying, a young boss, a young queen within this space that honestly, seeing her go Chairwoman 25 at 19, that told me that, like, listen, Kadeen, you need to turn it up, like you need to understand that there are people that are going to get it done with or without you. There's people that understand what this thing is really going to do for them, and they got it done. And I need all of us now to have that same type of intensity within ourselves and realize that your child needs it. Your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your mom, your dad, your grandma, right? Got to realize that these people, they need you. You are the nurturer. You are the woman. You are the backbone. All right. And honestly, everything revolves around you regardless. All life comes through you. So you have to understand your power and realize, last word, realize that there is great power in the feminine energy that you do have. You do not need to be masculine. You do not need to be anything. You need to be who you are, but you need to know who you are. All right. You need to be who you are, but you also need to know who you are. All right. So make sure that you are channeling women. Make sure you are channeling that feminine energy, but realizing now how you can use that to your great advantage within this space. You do not need to feel like you need to conform to anything. You need to be authentically who you are, and you need to know exactly what the hell you want from this space. All right, that's it, and that's all. All right. I love you guys so much. And Taylor, I know that you're host. You can go ahead and close out the call. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys.
Ooh. Thank you, Miss Kadeen. Drop Kadeen's Instagram in the chat. Drop Harmony's Instagram in the chat. Family, it's Kadeen the Queen, and it's Adore Harm. I'm gonna be honest with you, putting this together, Miss Dominate, it was definitely, I was thinking about my leaders, I was thinking about my family, but to be quite honest, after the past 48 hours, like, I literally needed this. Like, this was for me. Like, this was literally for me. Put for me in the chat if that's how you feel. Like, you feel like Miss Dominate was for me. I think we all are leaving the past 48 hours feeling like that. Like, man, it was every single speaker. And I was locked in for every single moment. I was locked in for every single speaker. And to be honest, like I said yesterday, I'm just honored that I even get to share the same title. It's like these are chairwomen, like, and it's crazy to me that I even get to share the same title. It's literally so humbling. I'm so honored and I'm so grateful. And I truly thank these women for coming on the call and speaking to you guys. But you got to understand is that hopefully, whether it doesn't matter who it was, hopefully you saw yourself in one of these women. Hopefully you were able to get a preview, right? All that we are is a preview of what God has for you. He will never expose you to something that you can't have. He would never show you a Kadeen Kelly if you could not be that. He would never show you a Harmony if you could not achieve that. He will never expose you to something you can't have. So just the fact that you're exposed to women like this, that you're exposed to leaders like this, right? Not even just women, you're exposed to leaders like this. Understand that it is something that you can have. Understand that one day you're going to be on a call with 400, 500 plus people, and you're going to be pouring out to them. You're going to be telling them, you're going to be giving inspiration to that woman who might have just joined the business today. And you telling her, hey, I was on a call like this before, and I was listening to a chairwoman like this before, and this is what she told me, right? And so once again, thank you so much, Kadeen. Thank you so much, Harmony. Can't wait for the fire drop. I'm gonna be celebrating you. I'm gonna be screaming. I'm gonna be so happy. Drop some fire. Some hearts in the chat. Some hearts in the chat for every single chairwoman that really came on this Zoom for the past 2 days, and they poured out. You could tell they didn't hold back. You could tell that they were talking to you as if you were their little sister, as if you were their newest leader, as if you were part of their family. Drop some hearts in the chat. It makes you guys show them so much love, so much love on the gram. Tell them, don't just tell them thank you though. Tell them what they said that really hit you. Tell them what they said. Which line was it? Which moment was it? Really explain to them. Don't just say thank you. Like I love what Kadeen said. She said, don't give me just no regular word. Get fancy, right? Get in your bag about it. Don't just say thank you. Don't just post their face. Put on there exactly what was said. Let them know the value that you got. And really take that value and go run with it. I love you, ladies. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. You have an amazing rest of the day. I thank you so much, my chairwomen, and you guys are all chairwomen too. We're going to see you at the top.